Kgotsa modimo ya bele batho. Re na le a question here, so we want to try and solve these questions. I tried or give some questions of the same nature. Questions of the same nature so that ge wena o yo practice o be o tseba gore na o diraga eng o nyakea eng. So o ska ba stereotyped when you answer questions. So just check or na with the videos that I already recorded, just check or na those questions di nyaka eng and ke approach e felo ro ka adopt. So more ke tlo gopela gore like we did with the previous one, try to work out this before o ka lebella di solutions. So ge ba o file sketch ka exam se le ka mogo like this one, wena you check the point that you are given. Akere mo wa botsa gore this is theta and asa wa botsa the size of theta. Wena you check the point that you are given here. Point ya gago ge ba o file yona o tsebe gore every time point is x and y. Now this sketch sera wena sere use theorem of Pythagoras always. This sketch will say use theorem of Pythagoras. Now ge o ena le x le y, question ko rena o shorta ka e o shorta ka r. But because we are using theorem of Pythagoras, it means that we're going to say 1 squared plus negative root of 3 all squared. Then your r squared. Please be smart. Don't try to play around with the questions of this nature. Press the calculator here. But from what I see is that the answer is 4. If you press this on a calculator, you get 4. Therefore, your r is equals to 2. So you're going to put the square root on r squared, and you also put a square root mod 4. But remember, we said r is always positive. But even though you put positive or negative, you must always take the positive answer only when you are calculating r. So, meaning that if this is our O, it means that OA, line OA, which is your r, is equals to 2 units. So here we have 2 units. Now, we go and check what is it that they wanted. Now, like I mentioned in the other videos, that always try to complete. Try to complete your sketch here. So when you complete your sketch, it means that you're going to draw a sketch somehow like this. And the angle there is 90 degrees. So this is what we have. Now, which value represents the x? 1. 1 will represent the x, therefore we're going to write it here. Now, which one represents the y? Is negative root 3. Then we will bring it there. So go kalebela sketch national all the sides. All sides are now known. Now, when the sides are known, then we go and check what is tan. Then we take soccer to. Remember, they are not saying solve for theta. Soccer to. Now, soccer to for 1.1, which is tan theta. What is soccer to? Is opposite over adjacent. You always put yourself there. That is where you are. Because ke mo your angle e revolve around. Angle how I mo, angle how I mo. Anamo angle how I that is where you put yourself. So we said last night that go in the opposite over adjacent. You always make sure the opposite side is far from angle. Adjacent is next to the angle. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this using different colors. So this is opposite. Remember that your angle is here. So the side that is far from your angle is this one. And we call it opposite. Therefore, it is negative root of 3. Then another side that we have is adjacent. Adjacent, remember that this is hypotenuse. Why hypotenuse? Because it's opposite to the corner of 90 degrees. So if this one is hypotenuse and this one is opposite, it means that the one next to the angle, adjacent, while this one is our opposite. So it means that we are going to have 1. This means that tan theta, according to this sketch, is negative root of 3. And that is your 1 mark. Now we go to 1.2. 1.2 sine negative angle equals. In the previous lesson, I also mentioned of negative angles. I said that when you have sine of a negative angle, the answer is negative sine theta. So here is our negative, and we're going to put our value for sine inside the bracket. Now, what is sine? Sine is so, which is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? Now we check. If the angle is here, which side we said is opposite? Is negative root of 3. Then we write it negative root 3. And which side is our hypotenuse? 2. Then we put it 2. Now, because we have negative and a negative, negative multiplied by negative, the answer is positive. Therefore, the solution will be root 3 over 2. And that is your 3 marks. Now, let's check 1.3. 1.3 says sine theta minus 60 degrees. So mo, go kalabel, wow file an angle of 60. So question go to 60 rates ka 60 rates from special angles. So go feel something of this nature. Now you ask yourself, how am I going to separate theta le 60? Then to separate theta le 60, then you need what we call the compound angles. Then the compound angles during sine theta multiplied by cos 60. Because it's negative, it must be negative also here. And sine 60 multiplied by cos theta. So, yeah, ke compound angle ya sine. Then we call it equal sign. How much did we say it was our sine theta? Sine theta was mentioned somewhere in the second question, which was referred to as negative sine, negative root 3 over 2. Then we put bracket, negative root 3 over 2. And then what is cos 60? Cos 60, you go to special angles. But in terms of this one, you can press your calculator. Okay? Then you say, let's check what the calculator says. Then you can say that you have cos of 60. How much is the answer? The answer is 1 over 2. Then you write 1 over 2. Remember they say don't use a calculator, né? So I'm just showing you on occasions where your calculator will not rationalize your answer. Then you have negative, but this one is sine. Then we put sine inside the bracket. So question is, what is sine of 60? Then we take sine 60. Sine 60. Then it is root 3 over 2. Then you write it. Root 3 over 2. I get it? Then you say, what is cos theta? Then you put a bracket. Then remember cos here how? Cos come from, so car is adjacent and hypotenuse. What is your adjacent? According to the sketch, your adjacent is how much? It's 1. Then you put 1. What is your hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is here, is 2. Then how much is your solution? If you press this and this, if you press the 2 together, then you'll find a solution. Let's check. Then you have root 3 over 2, close bracket, 1 over 2, close bracket, minus root 3 over 2, close bracket, 1 over 2, close bracket. But now, there's a mistake that I did on my calculator. I did not put a negative here. I did not put a negative there. So it's like this. Then when you press this, the answer is negative root 3 over 2. So it means that sine theta minus 60 can be represented by this. So go check on this question. Reshumishe compound angles, rafeta reshumishe special angles. So the two things can be used in the same question. So now we have answered all the questions that were forwarded. So just keep on doing questions of this nature, because these are questions that you should master and be able to collect marks. Thank you.